Welcome back, Nightfall. Did you get your ears checked after the last one? I hope so. Hopefully the insurance covered it. If we even have it in this place, and I don't even know what it is. Regardless, we got a new foe coming at you hot and ready. This one's ready to start blasting at you from afar on the rooftops like he's Lee Harvey Oswald. Meet one of the most annoying enemies in the game, and one of the most overpowered on release, the Husk. The Husk is nearly a pure ranged Zed. He's got more upgrades at his disposal, but his weakness still remains the same. As with all of our Zeds, let's get into the numbers and see how he scales. Now in solo play, he has a normal body health of 3,000 and a head health of 1,280. On hard, this body health jumps up to 3,600, and on hard, the head health as well is 1,536. On Hell on Earth, the body health is 4,350, while the head health is 1,856. Much like the Siren and other trash mobs in this game, the Husk does not scale depending upon the number of players. From what I've seen, almost all of the trash Zeds follow this behavior. Now, speaking of behaviors, when the Husk enters the field, he'll alert you with a global audio cue.
Or just around the corner.
I'll see if I can play it on screen here. For some reason, I've noticed he is the only trash mob or special Zed that has this. And when I say special, I don't mean something like the Scrake or the Flesh Pound. Those are big Zeds. I'm not sure why this is the case. Maybe they had more plans for him, or he was meant to be something more. Because he normally likes to sit up on rooftops and rain down fire attacks at you. This Zed used to be the most problematic one on launch due to his rocket blasts having no time to dodge. And even if you did dodge, the projectile would still track you. If you got too close, he would jump in the air and do essentially a spin. He does his spin to win, leaving around an AoE of fire. This doesn't really do anything. From what I've noticed, it's kind of just there. Now on Hell on Earth, if he is low, he'll shoot up into the air and fly to you and kamikaze you. This, for some reason, doesn't do as much damage and isn't a threat, which is weird. It could be just based on my play experience where I haven't dealt with it that much, or the positions I've been in, it's somehow mitigated the damage. It's definitely not like the Killing Floor 2 Husk kamikaze attack, because that one was annoying. That would one-shot you. And I'm hesitant to say that he almost needs a buff. We'll get into that later. But like in Killing Floor 2, he was a nuisance. But let's go into the weaknesses right quick. He is weak to force and cold damage. I figured as much as cold versus fire, ice versus fire, the typical thing. And he's resistance to fire. Who could have guessed that? Once again, he has no armor, and his two weak points are his head and the explosive tank on his back. Shooting this tank with enough damage will kill him instantly, and normally just peppering a couple of bullets into his main body will cause him to flinch and turn around and expose the tank. So that's a good enemy design there. I really like how they do that. But fun fact though, if you somehow manage to kill him without blowing up his tank and his corpse is still on the ground, you can shoot that tank and it'll explode, damaging your teammates, you, and any Zeds around you. So let's go into the class strengths. So, when I'm talking about what a class struggles with in this one, it's really what he's weak to. And I use it lightly with the Husk, and his will be the Firebug because he is resistant to fire, and a lot of the Husk's weapons are fire based, but the Vulcan will still one-shot him. Like, he'll maybe be able to tank a flamethrower. That's about it, because that's pure heat damage for the most part. And there's the Ninja if he can't get to him, but with a lot of game knowledge and a lot of the popular holdout spots now, the Husks come to you, so they're no real threat to the Ninja. Now, it's different in solo play, because Husks are fucking spawning at every damn crevice. But every class can take him out easily, this is what makes the Husk tricky, because depending upon the map, he can feel very oppressive, like Radar Station, where he can shoot at you from ungodly ranges, but on others, you barely notice him. I don't want to particularly call him a knowledge check, as his AI can be exploited, but I also don't want him buffed either, because he was a pain at launch and his attacks were problematic. He caused the most deaths. And whenever you get into this buffing an enemy, I'm looking at you, Helldivers, and making the player weaker, you run into problems. It's a fine line, especially when tuning numbers like that, because he was such a problem. Helldivers 2 needs to take some advice there. Fucking sign me up for Arrowhead at this point, y'all. But with that being said, I want to thank all y'all for watching. Let me know what enemy you want to see covered next, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy Killing Floor 3 here on my PC, and I'm essentially going to learn how to get into the code and look at more health values, especially for the Stalker and Scavenger and Alpha Scavenger. So those will take time. I'm going to have to learn a new skill, per se, and figure out where it's at, and oh god, probably do some math. Oh god. But with all that being said, love y'all. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Come to Steel, baby. Check out my Twitch, where I stream on my off nights around 9 p.m., 10 o'clock EST. And I'll see all y'all in the next one.